Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Nomad, episode 18 with me, Sid, where we are attempting a relatively nomadic existence. That said, last episode we set up forward operating base beta over there, because I also need to grab food, so I'm just grabbing some berry bushes to transfer over if they're not flowered. There's something for having it's a better route. It's oh hello, it's one of them. It's a rock crawler. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, I'm making sure we've got enough food. Now, the plan and the reason for forward operating base beta is there is a good, well, reasonable, okay, maybe-ish reading of things. Hi. No, I don't think you can get me anyway, so of magnetite over there. So we are going to equip ourselves today. I was going to get that, but that's got a date before it ripens. Similarly with these, I think there's less than a day and less than a day. So this food here for when we want it later, that is ripe, so we might as well grab that. That's never going to ripen before we get to it, and we'll take a chance on these onions because that one could give me onions. But we got all of our crops in, and between episodes, what I also did, come here. Oh, there you go, cranberry bush, less than a day for flowering. But that's fine. What we also did is I changed up the walls of the fort a little bit. So now, if we were to go into here and have a look, the crops go around the outside, it was like a buffalo girl, but so does the walls now. So that was going to be another tent bag potentially, but the walls now go round here, so there's enough room for, hang on, let me get this right, get me the right button. There's enough walls for, that's cranberry bush, isn't it? That is not stackable. There's enough walls for two spaces in there, because one thing I want with a forward operating base is not just the space to put the tents down, but I want it to be secure when I leave. So in theory we're going to have, maybe we'll have a structure here and a structure here. This will be the tent that comes with us, this will be the forge, this will be the safe house that lives here and never moves. And potentially then we can pull that wall back this way a bit as well and do a little bit of jiggery pokery. However, we need to prepare to go mining. I'm going to take a couple of these. I'm going to take this one just because I might as well wear it out and destroy it. Or should I just leave it there No, we'll leave it there in reserve. We don't desperately need it, do we? We have got my pro pick, so that's good. Oh, damn it. No, stop it. I'm wondering what I actually did with what bits of grain I had left, if any. Because I'm not seeing any. And I thought I had a little tiny bit. Yeah, there's sunflower grain there, look. Okay. Arrow. If we take those arrowheads out, the reason I'm wanting that is because that has got the preservation thing going up for it. Now I've got enough to make, I've got a crock of food. I think I've got another crock of food somewhere. There you go. Sealed. Fresh for 52 days. So maybe we take 2 crocks of food with us and we'll leave the seeds. And then I need to do ladders. That's my biggie. Did that go in? Yes. Okay. And I don't know. That can just drop in there for now. So pro pick, food, don't need the candles, spare pick, a little bit of rammed earth, would like more of that. And then we need to make Ladders, 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 ladders. I don't know if I've got any made. Let's have a look. The other thing is how much durability. There's enough on those should I need them. Ladders, 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 ladders. Now for ladders we want sticks or planks. And planks are probably the better way to go because I can make a lot of planks. I can't necessarily make a lot of sticks. Is that all I got? 24. I'm going to need a lot more planks, aren't I? Because I need, could be, well, I probably don't need a couple of hundred and, what's my Y level? 120. But I could. Let me take a stack of logs. And I think my saw is in my chest on my, oh God, my saw is in my chest on my back. It is, which we shall do the entire stack. That will give me 64 plus 64 plus a little bit more, and that can go back in there, and then we can do that with that. That will give me quite a lot. That's a technical term. This should be more than adequate. Let's just use up a little bit more, take those down, put the planks away. Don't think I'm desperate for anything else. It's 3 o'clock, so I think what we should do is probably pass the time over here and start in the morning, bright and early. So yeah, I can just go and just forage around a little bit, grab a little bit more grub, and I'll be back in the morning. So I've just been wandering around over here, and look, there's a thing. I don't feel brave enough to go down there right now, but I think we need to mark this. Oh, I'm going to put this as that. Ladder. It's going to be green, it's pinned, and it's ruins unsearched. That lid, that is a gorgeous piece of chiseling actually. I've got no idea whether that's from the Better Ruins mod or from the Dungeons mod. If it's the Essential Dungeons, then it could be quite unpleasant down there. Who am I kidding? It could be very unpleasant down there. Quite unpleasant is my father. Or his father anyway. So consequently I am being a little bit cautious, and again, people, you know, if you want me to throw myself into things and die on a regular basis, then I can do that. It's just not much fun to watch because you never have any stuff and you're always running back to try and get your stuff back at the end of it all. But yeah, interesting, just that thing sat there doing absolutely nothing, just being a thing. I'm going to come back and grab this wheat and stuff because I think some of that might be ripe. I just wanted to check whether this was a flowering bush or a white currant bush. This is the only one that causes me grief, is the white currant bush. That is flowering less than a day. Alright, I'll see you in the morning. Alright, it's the day. I did a little bit of sifting in the night. Didn't get anything particularly exciting. But yeah, what I haven't done is, because I slept through the night, so let's just go and have a quick peek, make sure we're not walking out into anything. I did pick up my tent. Rock Pillar's still over there crying, and we're going over there. I don't see anything particularly unpleasant. That doesn't mean it's not there, it just means I can't see it. Got a reasonable bit of food on me. Got me ladders. Oh, I know what I do need. Herb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of those. Pop those in there. Just give me those. And then those. And then running out of space just to put things. Those. Lovely. Right, so heading out. Some of those bushes. Oh, well, yeah, we don't. I think that's the tall fellow with the stilts. We don't want to play with him. I think they're quite nasty. They are higher end mobs. So let's just go and make our way over this way. We'll kind of crawl past a few bushes and stuff that I saw that weren't quite ripe. Yesterday were showing as being ripe within a day or less than a day. Nothing yet, but those sunflowers are probably, they're just going to give me seeds. So ironically, sunflower seeds are seeds, but they're also the grain. So kind of a bit weird that we class them in the same category. Now, what did I did it like that, did I? Okay. Now I need to remember the command to do the chunk boundaries. I shall be back in a second. Alright, it is, I've set it on a macro, but it's debug.debug wireframe chunk. That's the beast. And it is, oh, there's ripe stuff down there. So it is, basically, this is your chunk boundary. So you can see where the center of the chunk is, which is 16 by 16. So if we come over from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, yes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That actually doesn't feel big enough. Why? This feels bigger than a. Anyway, let's go for this small tree here. I think this looks pretty middle-ish to me. And then we can and then I'll pop that there. In fact, do a double. Get some of those on the bar. We'll and then we're going to head down, and I'm going to go down, I think 10. This needs to be in short range exact. Actually, let's just do that again just to make sure we are. Oh, hello. Okay. Right, where's my pro pick? Let's just double check this bit. And again, I want that one, so we'll high oh, that's good. 2.3% high magnetite. Right. I should have a little bit of dirt to hand. Oops, hello, let's not. So got one of those. We'll be good little prospectors. So then what we need to do is we need to change them into this mode, and we'll just go and see right now how close are we. Nothing nearby. So this has got a range of, I think, 8. I need to double check what I set that to. I think I set it to 8, so I need to go down 16. So 1. Well, that's actually 1, 2, I'm actually doing this wrong as well. Let me just clear this back a bit, because you don't need a ladder every block. He says putting another ladder every block. Ah! Okay, let's just slow down a little bit. Right, now. So that was 2, I think, wasn't it? So let's go down 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No ward node nearby. So I'm going to basically have to repeat that going down. You can see the temporal stability is dropping as well. So I'll be back in a bit. Look at that. There is very large amounts of magnetite within 8 blocks. Now, magnetite forms in a disc. So the odds are that it's within 8 blocks of... I'm going to stick a hole there. But that is not good. Ooh. So that was 3. The odds are that it's within 8 blocks of that. So it could be 8 blocks that way. Oh, we're into granite. Magnetite. Right, that is... Oh crap, that is a dungeon. I mean, that's kind of cool, but also kind of scary. You are... what's my thing? You are... no. What quality are you? Oh, hang on. You're quality medium, that's fine. I don't mind if you're medium. But what I do want is I do need to have a means of getting up and out, so that has to stay there, I think. Right, this changes everything. It's a shame there's, well, I mean, that dungeon itself could be entertaining. It's a shame the temporal stability down here is so poor, but let me grab some iron. That's 20 units, and it's 100 units per, so that's an ingot of iron. That's 2 ingots of iron there. That's awesome. Right, let me do that and that, and then we can continue on with this. Now, my preferred method of doing this is in strips like this, and then we can kind of work either side. One, because sometimes you get those things you don't know whether the ore vein is going up. And the other thing is then you can, apart from crawling drifters, you can block these off as you've kind of finished them, and it just gives you a little bit of a buffer zone against the mobs that are inevitably going to spawn down here. But I need to grab myself an absolute bucket load, and I'm going to have to try on the other side of that wall as well, because I suspect if we're not careful we could be looking at things. Why? Okay. And I hear lava as well, just for good measure. So, one tactic, always block off behind yourself, that way if things spawn you can do it. I think the Bowtorn are taller than 2, so we shouldn't see Bowtorn, and I believe Shivers are wider than 1, so hopefully we shouldn't see Shivers spawning in this space. But of course, you only have full banks on that. Oh, we dropped down. But this makes all the difference in the world. Right, I'm going to leave these. We'll dig them in later, because what we need to do is just, well, I mean, I've got one option. I've got several options really. I suppose I could come down and just use some of my dirt to make this a little bit more spawny proof. Now that's potentially Bowtorn territory, but you know, oh well. Right, I'm going to continue mining. I shall be back with you in a bit. Just reached level 3 in the mining skill. Ore miner increases the number of ores you receive by increases your mining speed. Mining 5%. Oh, not reducing it. I'm going to go with ore miner 2. Let's increase the amount of ore we're getting right now, I think. That's all good. Yeah, I keep, as best as I can tell, there is no way for these things to spawn in here, but hello. No, but I don't want that. But the temporal stability, that is an issue. So I may have to leave a lantern down here or something, just to, mind you, I suppose, you know, we can as long as we don't get anything like a nightmare or oh god, I hate it when he does that. Stop it. And then again, we just use that as a means to stop the thing, but we don't need to get a vast amount of this in the first trip, because we're going to have to process it. It's going to take time. We're going to have to set up bloomeries, probably going to have to set up some clay forming area to form my, process my fire clay, to make my fire clay bricks, to make more bloomeries, because obviously bloomeries, when they break, they take the fire clay bricks with them. Oh, you git. What I'd give for a magnet mod in this. But you know, such is such. We'll grab maybe get 2 stacks, and then we'll get up, because nobody wants to see Dave early doors, do they? What time is it? It's 8 o'clock at night as well. We should probably head back. Oh, I'm gonna make it 64. Come on, let's just take it to the 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62 actually, okay, 63, 64. 65 actually. Okay, I managed to go over by one. I also do want to pop over this structure, but right now we need to get out of this hole, because the temporal stability is actually becoming a real issue. I mean, we are at 24%. We're not totally there yet, but you know. Oh, I wonder whether it's that was just because I was getting the percentage increase. That might be the case. I'm also going to let me head up here. What was that green ladder? Oh, it's a dungeon. Yes, it's. What was that? I'm going to, I think, make myself a little hide down here. I've got food, I've got beds, it's not a problem. Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like a good idea, don't you? Don't you think? Don't you think? 27, 50, 50, 25. Let's just eat these. Definitely feels like a really solid idea, that. If I had thing, what time is it? 21. Let's sleep it. Let's just go this. So we've got iron. We've got enough to be going on with. We can always come back and mine more, and that's obviously something we're going to be doing as we approach winter. But once we've got an iron pick, we can go over to that big old ruin and see about looks clear. We definitely heard something unpleasant there. I'm going to get rid of all of that because I really don't need it. I'm far more likely to scavenge resources like that than I am ever to think, right, let me. Yeah, we'll have them all again there. Right, let me head back because we need to process this iron now. However, I am going to unbeacon that, and I'm going to beacon that, and that's going to be ores. I think it was ores. Was it ores? Have we got mines? No, ores is good. Okay. Right. I'd love to know what that clicking sound was. It didn't sound pleasant. Still, doesn't matter. As long as it's not actually killing me, I don't really care. Right, well, that was a good start. Now let's go and have a look at getting a couple of bloomeries underway. I probably also could do with Piggly-Wig. That's not what I could do with. I could also do with a pit kiln to get some charcoal going, which means I'm going to need to chop down some fairly hefty trees. But look, oh, it's all growing. It's at stage 2 already. Is that per stage. Can't be sure. Yeah. Just seems very fast. Oh, well, we'll work on that. Let me first things first then. Let me sort myself out. Oh, I can't believe I've got iron. I am so chuffed. Chuffeder than a chuffed thing in Chuffsville. Chuffed afternoon in Chuffsville. 3.8 days on that. I don't know about the thing here. I think we can probably now take this out. Just because it's not necessary. It was only an indicator of the size, but obviously now we've got our walls, we can use those. I've got a cat outside the door as well wanting to come in. Okay, just let me do a little bit of work. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we have enough fire bricks to make 1, 2, 3 bloomeries and 3 bloomery lids. I have enough magnetite to make 4 and a bit bloomeries worth. So we are going to do 3, strangely enough, if I've got the... Are you magnetite? No, you're hematite. You are not going to help me, I don't think. Have I got any magnetite? I have, actually. Bismuthite, gold, cassiterite, sphalerite, silver, tin, gluon. Oh yeah, that's it. Get rid of those bronze bits as well. Got enough bronze bits to actually make 2 more bronze things of something or other. I suppose I could process those up. The smelting temperature is 950 on that. I didn't know bronze was so low actually. But sorry, pardon me. Where is my hot stuff? So we've got you and we've got charcoal. I've got plenty of that, so that's a bonus. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to come around to here, and I'm going to, just because I don't trust this game not to destroy things when it rains, I'm going to place down my 3 bloomeries and my 3 bloomery lids. I'll not be able to, well, I might get away with 3 bloomeries on the thing. It told me that I may get back off of these, but oh, hello, that was the wrong key. So we need to control on this one. So I control to add multiple. So you put in 120 nuggets of magnetite. And that will make me 6 blooms. Control again. Because we're hanging around here now for a bit, we'll set some fire pits going as well, and also we'll get a charcoal pit going so we can take advantage of the fact that we're staying around here, and obviously then we'll also do mining for our iron mine. Will we get all of it? I don't know. I mean, these iron mines can be massive, and I'm doing control, I'm doing shift. So yeah, I mean that's 2 ingots worth. Let me get those going. Charcoal 1300, black coal all the way. Luckily they only use 6 per. And then let's get that lit. Oh, did I? I picked up some amaranth grain, didn't I? Okay. Well, we're going to use that fire clay. Because I'm not going to be pushing for a cementation furnace anytime soon. So, I mean, that obviously after this is the next step. But a cementation furnace requires me to make an iron anvil, and an iron anvil takes 9 of those 18, so half of the iron that we make there. I think it's 9, might be 10. It depends on how reasonably I screw it up, to be honest. While we're at it, we shall also grab you and pop you in there with those. That's 950. What burns at 950? I don't want to waste black coal, that's for certain. Brown coal is 1100. Sticks are 700. Peat is 900. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get it up to temperature with peat and then we'll just use brown coal. That sounds like a plan. Okay, well, that's that lot processing. I don't know what's happened with my mini-map. Oh, don't know. But let's go and put this rest of this iron away for now. And let's make myself some more fire bricks, shall we? How much of this clay do I actually have? Fire clay, fire clay, fire clay, fire clay. I'm actually not bad for fire clay, am I? Any more? You don't have to worry about making another thing because I've got 3 of those. They've got 9 hours to burn, and I need to make bricks. Oh, come on, that's how you make fire clay bricks, isn't it? With fire clay. Why am I not seeing bricks? Potion. Bottles. There's no bricks there. Fire clay bricks are made by cooking raw fire clay. Fire clay will always be the same color, but how do you actually make the brick? It's not giving me the option to make the fire clay bricks. Why not? Fire clay shingles. They're not what I want. I want fire clay bricks. Oh, something's not right here. You can make fire clay. Claystone, you can crush claystone, apparently. But where's the fire clay bricks? Why am I not seeing fire clay bricks? Oh, this is interesting. Because I've got a brick mould, haven't I? Of course. Right. Because I felt that was a good idea at the time. Add clay. Okay, that's fine. I'm easy with that. That works. And from a historical perspective, it's certainly a more accurate way of brick making. You wouldn't make them by hand as pottery. Not at any stage, significant stage in life anyway. Right, I will continue processing these and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, made 5 things. We're putting the kilns in the underside under here just for the thing. You can only fire 35 at a time, which is a bit of a bind, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough sticks. So I think they take 8, so I need a few more stickage. I have got the the bronze firing, so that also needs my attention. Let us just put that away. I'm going to make bronze ingots because I don't really want bronze anything right now, but I would prefer to have ingots than just random bits of bronze sitting around. So and then we can pop that back. You can go in there, and that can go in. What did I just pick up? A stupid knife. Okay, right. And I was looking for stickage, wasn't I? Sticks. Just so we can get these going. Again, anybody who's played Vintage Story just knows that the process is all about multitasking. The more you multitask, the more things you will have going on, and it's a fish just a bowl about efficient use of time. I may end up setting fire to the ground out here, so maybe I want to just do that. I normally would have dug that down a little bit deeper. I don't know why I didn't actually. But there's nothing down here that I think we can't afford. Oh, well, hang on. Of course, breaking grass with a lit torch. Probably the safest way of doing things. Stealthy boy, but still got the rock pillar over there. But other than that, looking pretty good. These are stage 3. Oh, yeah, so it is per stage by the looks of it. That timer. I suppose that makes sense. I mean, 40 odd hours for that is next to nothing. Now these have got 4 hours and a bit to go, so no rushing that. This can go back in, and I'll see you in the morning. Alright, it is the following morning. We have now got that leather. I don't know whether I've got any more leather. Right, on this I have 5, so that means I should be able to do that. Helps if you take the right one, doesn't it? And bang, extra storage. Lovely. Can we recycle you? I think we can. Yes, that's all good as well. So probably need to put that down. Now these are iron blooms. I'll go and get my anvil, which I need my bronze anvil. And I'm gonna need you. Don't need you. Definitely don't need you. And I'm going to need you. Now these may or may not be usable on the anvil straight away because they come out hot. Their temperature is 223, so they've come out too cold to work, which is fine. There's 18 blooms. I will just have a quick snozz over the side there. They're still burning, which is all good. So we might as well, I'm just going to put those fire bricks in there for now. Now I've only got one forge at the moment. However, the forge, if I recall correctly, is just cobblestone. Which I have got enough to make 3 of those, which is probably enough to, I mean, do I want 4? I can make more, can't I? I've got clay. Let me just do that and make myself 1 more. 4 is a good number, I think. Now these will stay here unless I make them decorative, but for now we shall pop those down there, pop those down there. We're going to place 4 of these and out the door. Let me just get 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to make a pick. Probably an axe. And probably a shovel actually. And almost certainly a hammer. So that's my first 4 out the door. Hold on. Let me. But this is progress, big progress. However, we are definitely going to be stopping around this area for a while longer. So I think between episodes, I can do some mining, get some more stuff. I'll probably get more mining out of it. I'm wondering whether I could build this to basically go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we could actually have our forge built on as part of that, and we just extend this out. The problem is I don't have conglomerate, or a lot of it, I don't think. I may have a little. Yeah, got a little bit. That's not too bad, I suppose. So, I don't know. We could build it off of there. I would have liked to have more of these things though. That would have been nice. And of course we are a long way from the castle now. So yeah, that's a big question mark, isn't it? Wow. That's a very warm bloom. Alright, well, let me get you. Place you on there, and we are going to, I'm going to auto mode these just now. I've got this set to 1 pixel per, or 1 voxel per. It's not as fast as it is on Rusty Gears where I've got it set to, I think, 4. But for me this is more about just the convenience of not having to play this stupid mini game every time, not about doing it faster. Just because the mini game gets tedious after a while, you know, it's not particularly challenging, and consequently I think it loses its appeal quickly. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I used to love the minigame in Terra Firma Craft, but you get tired of it quickly. So yeah, but we get the we'll get these processed up, and I'll do them one at a time. I think I'm just going to literally go on there and say I would like a pick. Oh, we're definitely going to have some fun with the can't remember whether I have a metal recovery. I know I've got a metal recovery for when they break. Did I have one for the... Not seeing it, okay. Oh, that's so good. I may have to do them two at a time though. I may not process them fast enough like this. I think an iron shield might be something we require going forward, and who knows, definitely iron spears. I think we should kit ourselves out properly with our iron, and then we can go and dig some more stuff. I'll probably go get that meteoric iron and all of that stuff, but anyway, let me process these up. I shall be back in a sec. Alright, and that is our first 4. I probably should let them go properly. That is our first 4 iron tools. I'll process the rest of the blooms up between episodes, but there's our iron pick, an iron hammer, which will obviously last a lot longer. Obviously there's an iron. We haven't got the rarity item on this, have we? No. And then the thing, so yeah, I mean 2000 versus 900, it's 2,500 realistically, isn't it? 2000 versus 500 for that one. It's light and day really, night and day even. But yeah, I think that is probably a good a time as any to call this episode. I will process the blooms between episodes and we'll progress a little bit further. I don't know why my mini-map is playing up, so hopefully that will fix itself. Those are still cooking and those guys are still lurking and these are still growing, but I think next episode we are going to go, after I've made a shield, I'll get the parts together for that, we are going to go and visit that chap over there, and I know that there are usually saw blade locusts there, but yeah, and then I may do a little bit more iron mining as well, but delete that tent. Yeah, I am happy with that progress. That was some good solid work. That is, never noticed that before. Damn it. Ruins unsearched. And there as well. That is the castle that we have near spawn in Rusty Gears. I recognise that one. Not hugely great for loot, but it is hugely great for building materials. I don't know what that one is, but it's small, so it's probably not that awesome. And we know that's nothing because we've been over there. Right, well, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. We've reached the Iron Age, and I am very, very, very glad that we have. I am going to need to go scavenging for some more food, however, because I'm running a little bit low, but that's fine. We can make rusks again, and we can just forage the area. Should be some more berries, yada yada. But other than that, there's animals as well, of course. You know, that's always an option. And then I need to decide what I want to do here. See, I'd like some of this. I'd like some of these blocks, but I don't know whether I've got any. I'm kicking myself that I didn't pick up more when we were there. Still, let's not worry about it. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and I think we can actually make them. Somewhere along the line. Yep, just aged. So we can probably sort ourselves out anyway. But until next time, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.